Hey guys, it's Simple Distractions here. Hi dogs. Doggies. Freaking I'm going out on an errand. One for one of my dogs. He is not well, so I'm gonna run somewhere to see about getting him some stuff to help him. And two, because my dumb ass slept through my alarm last night and got to work like 30 minutes late. So use another one of these. But yeah, that was a thrill. I don't ever want to be late to work again. I barely make enough pay as it is. I don't want to keep shorting myself on pay like that. But so how's everyone doing? I am doing a-okay. I am tired. I literally got off work. What time is it? It's like 9:40? Yeah, so I got off of work about 2 hours, 10 minutes ago. Yeah, a little over 2 hours ago. So, oops. Yeah, I'm gonna relocate this to the other side of my window. Let's try that. Boop. Oh. Put my phone in like that. There we go. That should work. Hopefully this stupid fucking thing doesn't fall off. Alright. But yeah.
School that fool on that. Let it preach.
I was a couple hours late. Not a couple hours. I was 30 minutes late to work. That was not fun. And well, I mean, didn't get in any trouble. You know, nothing they could really get me on besides, you know, being late one time. Besides that, I worked my ass off and fucking have shown up to work at least an hour early every fucking day, so. Sorry for the bumpiness. Fucking driveway's gravel. So how's your all's day been? You all been doing good? I've been staying up late at night, but that's again because of my job. Bored out of my mind. The mornings are probably the most boring part of my day, and it's annoying because that's the only part of my day that I actually get to enjoy for myself. Besides that, I go to work and then I work for 8 hours straight and then get off of work, and I mean not 8 hours straight, but I work from 11 o'clock to 7:30 in the morning every day. I'll probably be working Saturday and Sunday also. But, I mean, that's $300 more on my paycheck, so, which is not bad. I don't know how well you guys can hear me with everything going off. Oh yeah, safety first. Might want to put my seatbelt on. Sorry, I'm fucking exhausted, and on top of that, I'm used to being so used to not having to always wear a seatbelt. Because everything was normally right down the road for me. Not even right down the road, like right across the street from me. Like my barracks was right down the road from me. The chow hall right down the road from me. My shop right down the road from my barracks. Except for when I woke up in the mornings. That was the only time I put on a seatbelt, was when I went to work from my girlfriend's apartment to when I left work back to my girlfriend's apartment. But besides that, throughout the day, you would be hopping in and out of the vehicle about 17 fucking times a day. on a good day. So it's just like, I'm not even gonna bother putting it on. I'd much rather get in a car accident and throw out my windshield at this point. Man, this thing is just not cooperating. Fuck you. Hopefully here, sometime soon, I can buy myself a fucking dash cam for my car. I'd like to, just because, you know, one, it's a good insurance, you know, insurance investment. If you get in a car accident and somebody's trying to bullshit you, so you don't take the blame for it, so you take the blame for it or whatever, then you'd be like, well, I have a dash cam, and that would shut them up real quick. And to, you know, just because I don't know what it is, I see a lot of interesting things while I'm on the road. So, and I am actually on the road a lot for somebody who, you know, all they do is go to work and go home. I mean, I drive an hour to work and then drive an hour back home, and if I want to go out somewhere, that's an extra hour, hour and a half of driving that I gotta do, depending on traffic. And depending on what I see, because 9 times out of 10 it's a car accident or some dumbass flipped his trailer full of cattle in the middle of the road or some stupid shit like that. But that's because people out here don't understand is there is no rush. Like, when I was late to work this morning, I was late. Like, I woke up and had 30 minutes to drive to work. I live an hour away from work, so there was no reason as to why I would, you know, need to speed. And on top of that, I left my wallet at home because I was in such a rush to get out. I just left my house and left my wallet sitting in my work pants from yesterday. So therefore, you know, if I got pulled over, I didn't have my license on me, I have no identification. The best I had was my employee ID, my DD-214, which I, for some reason, still have in my fucking car like an idiot, and my insurance and registration. That was the best I could give them. The only thing that I was hoping for is if I did get stopped, it was going to be somewhere in Union County, so I could tell them to call me into Officer King, who is one of my friends down here. I haven't spoke to him in forever, but him and I were, you know, pretty good buddies. I was dating his daughter. I broke up with her forever ago, and I don't know how well our relationship is as of now, because since I broke up with her is when I didn't talk to him, but I had no other choice. I was in the military and I didn't have the same phone, so I lost his number and everything like that. But nonetheless, as far as I know, he's a very humble man, and, you know, doesn't hold grudges or anything like that, and probably sees some reason to me breaking up with his daughter other than being a dick. But all that aside, you know, I would have them try to radio him and be like, hey, we got a Jerome Pochik here. Oh yeah, how's he doing? He was doing a 70 and a 40. Oh, you guys should give him a ticket. Can you come down here and verify him? Why? He has no ID. I'm an idiot, Philip. I fucked up. But, yeah, that's about how it would go with my head. I really wish I had somebody else in my vehicle right now. I mean, I don't even give a fuck who that would, you know, partake in this, instead of just me, myself, and I. But, yeah, nobody. There's like one person that I know that would be up at this time and have nothing really much to do, except for the fact that she has a daughter. But nonetheless, I am not going to be like, hey, I'm going to Walmart, you want to come with? For no fucking reason. So I'm going to Walmart, not Petco, Co-op. Going to Walmart because I'm buying a fucking alarm clock. This thing does not wake me up whatsoever. This stupid ass phone. Brand new phone, it's an S8, and am either being too lazy to do it or just don't care enough to do it, but nonetheless, my alarm and my ringtone are both on the same freaking volume level, and if I set it down to vibrate, I won't wake up to my alarms. And yesterday I had it on vibrate, so my alarms did not wake me. So, but if I'm gonna buy an alarm clock, and just that way it alleviates the chance of, you know, dying in the middle of the night, you know, in the middle of the day, in case, like, you know, because when I charge my phone, I normally have it sitting under my pillow or on my bed, because normally I fall asleep listening to YouTube videos or watching YouTube videos, depending on what I'm in the mood for. So it's just to alleviate the chances of me accidentally unplugging my phone while I'm asleep and it being at, like, I don't know, 15% battery, like it probably will be by the time I get home, because I'm not going to run my charger across my steering wheel to keep it charged right now. But nonetheless, just alleviate, you know, me unplugging it while I'm asleep and it dying and then not having any alarm to wake up to. Or, oh, son of a bitch. Are you kidding me? I don't want to hang out up here. Oh, I guess that gives me more time for you guys. But, it alleviates that, and, at least these stupid-ass knuckle-dragging dumbasses here, normally they do not put anybody up at this road to stop traffic coming down into the Horseshoe Bend, where there is, like, a blind turn leading into the Horseshoe Bend at both directions. So it's kind of nice to see that they're actually stopping people up here, because there have been so many fucking times I'll go down there doing like 40 miles an hour or whatever, and I'll go around a blind turn, and sure shit, there's good old Billy Bob freaking mowing the damn side of the street in his tractor, and I almost run into his ass at, like I said, 30, 40 miles an hour. Unless I'm in a real hurry, then it's like 50 miles an hour. I'll almost hit this fucking guy. But now they actually have people up here to stop me from doing that, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, I don't want to be stopped here. I am trying to get this done so I could go home and go to sleep, because I am freaking exhausted. We've been on and off all day today at work. Well, last night. All night last night. Which is why I'm working the weekends, because, well, if you didn't know, I work in a factory for a Japanese company named Exidy. And we make torque converters for vehicles. If you don't know what a torque converter is, it gives, it is essentially the part of your transmission that gives it torque. Oh my god, I am so glad I never washed my car. They're dumping asphalt right now. Oh my god. Shut up. Jesus. Alright, well, at least that's done and over with. But, nonetheless, it's that, and I work on one part and one part only, the impeller. For any of you car gurus out there that know what a torque converter is and know exactly what parts are on it, I do impeller assembly. I machine down the the hub of the impeller after it gets welded on, and buff out the rough edges. Not all by hand, it's all done by machine. It's a vicious cycle. I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machines. 6 machines in a row. Each one does a different task. And, well, not each one. The first 2 do the same exact thing. The third one does one thing, and then the next 2 do a different thing, and then the last one just buffs off the rough edges. Now, there are times where I'm running, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are times where I'm running 10 different machines, and that depends on the person that's doing the welding. If they go off and have to take a piss or, you know, write up a ticket or whatever the hell, you know, for the lots or anything like that, I'll take over his machine for the time being. And I'll be running 10 different machines. Well, today he wasn't feeling good. He was feeling ill. He needed something in his system, and he doesn't normally pack a lunch or anything like that. He didn't get shit for sleep. You know, I don't think he really ate much while he was at home. And he doesn't normally pack a lunch for work. I'd never pack a lunch for work. I just go there and get something from the vending machine, and that's enough to hold me over till I get home. Because normally if I bring something into work, I'm, you know, gonna wind up forgetting about it in my car. It happens about 9 times out of 10, so it's not really much of a surprise. But nonetheless, freaking, so he's not feeling well, so for the majority of the day I was running his line and my line all at the same time. And it also didn't help that final assembly, the people that put all the parts together and make the final product that we ship out to car manufacturers. Freaking their line was completely down the majority of the night because the welder was acting up and giving off bad welds and all kinds of stupid shit. They just installed the new welders last weekend, so I'm assuming that, you know, they're still trying to work through the fine edges of it. But still, like, all this week we'll run for like maybe the first hour of work, shut down for 2, run for a little bit more, and then maybe like an hour or 2 before we get off of work, they'll shut us down, and, you know, I'll just be walking around trying to look busy. And especially at this point, because yesterday they had us rip up all the floors and clean up all the coolant and extra metal shavings that we had under the floor mats and everything like that. We did that, and we did a spectacular job. We polished these floors clean with mops somehow. But we polished these floors clean to the point where you can actually see that there's pavement under it, and it's not, you know, just mush. And it looked pretty good. We did all that in a matter of 2 hours. And our supervisor was pretty, you know, impressed with that. But nonetheless, we did that. We cleaned out all the mill machines of all the shavings and everything like that. Except for mine, but it's so pointless. I mean, it's got a point to cleaning it, but at the same time, it is so pointless. Because of how much it gathers. But at the same time, there's a huge point to it. Because if you don't clear out the shavings, your machine's gonna be screwing up every step of the way. So, but nonetheless, there's been several times I'll start cleaning it and they'll come up and be like, "No, I got a better job for you." And I'm like, "Okay, you can tell me this tomorrow when I'm trying to run and I have to stop every 5 minutes to reset the machine." Because there's metal shavings flying everywhere inside there and it's just fucking everything up. But, yeah, that's my job in a nutshell. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to clean tomorrow. We've basically cleaned everything in our section. I'm so damn tired of cleaning. Like, I left the Marine Corps so I wouldn't have to clean like this anymore. And look at me, I'm still cleaning like I was in the Marine Corps. Which, I mean, I don't mind this time because I'm being paid, you know, by the hour to do it instead of bi-monthly. I mean, bi-weekly. Same freaking paycheck no matter how long I work, but I don't know, I'm just exhausted, and it doesn't help when we stop running because, like, then you're either doing minimal to no work once your machine's shut down, and it's just so annoying. And we'll probably work this weekend. I hope we work this weekend. I could use the extra $300 fucking dollars. Paycheck. I couldn't really use it, but I would like it. It'd be nice. Because I'd be able to pay more off of my shotgun. I can't wait to get that thing paid off. It's gonna be so cool. I gotta keep it somewhere else. Not home. Because Mom would kick my ass. She didn't didn't seem too thrilled about me trading my SKS for an AR-15. Yeah, I went there the other day and I traded an SKS for an AR-15. Just due to the fact that I'm looking... I'd like to invest in things, and right now I'm invested in Bitcoins. I have money invested in Acorns, and also guns have never failed to be a good investment, because you can have fun with guns, you can work on guns, and learn more, and have something to fiddle with, and also you can make money off of guns, like ridiculous amounts of money. And I bought this AR-15. Well, I didn't buy it, I traded an SKS for it, and I feel like prices on AR-15s are probably going to rise here in the near future, just to the fact that people are going to probably start trying to push for gun bans and all this other bullshit. And I already know how all these people around here act. They get fucking stupid. The last time they tried to do this, all the guns were being bought. It was ridiculous. Going to Mike's fucking gun shop, and there's a shit ton of hunting rifles. I'll give him that. He had a plethora of hunting rifles, but that's because people were trading in their hunting rifles and buying AR-15s, fucking short-barreled shotguns that were within legal standards of the state of Tennessee. Freaking AR-15s, freaking AR-15 lookalikes, freaking surplus military weapons from the Cold War, Vietnam, and everything like that. AKs. Freaking, they were buying everything up. And probably the most ridiculous thing was trying to get a hold of 22s. Like 22 you could not find for, I think it was at least 2 to 3 years I could not find 22 ammo at any fucking store. And there were stores that would post up signs saying, when we have 22 ammo, you are only allowed 3 boxes per person purchasing. Because literally as soon as they would get it, it would just fly off the shelf. People would just buy it like crazy. So I feel like another one of those are gonna happen, and now that I got an AR-15 in my nice little collection of 3 firearms, it would be nice to see prices skyrocket again, and my nice little $400 AR-15 turns into a nice $800-900 AR-15. I mean, if that could happen. No, I'm not saying, go to a gun shop and sell it. I'm saying take it into a gun show. Gun show is where it's at when they start pushing these for weapon bans. Because you just walk around with that and somebody will come up to you and just give you a stupid, off-the-wall answer. Offer for it. And just, sure, dude, give me the money. And the thing is, I got the AR-15, I have 8 magazines, all of them which work for it. A freaking belt neck with mag pouches for 6 of the magazines, so 2 are just, there. Well, 1 in the gun, and 1 I guess you just hang on to it or put it in your pocket. And a drop pouch for the magazines. Once you're done spending them, you just throw them in the drop pouch, so you can take them back and reload them. You don't have to throw them on the ground and have them get all dirty and gunked up and shit. But yeah, it's gonna be nice trying to sell this thing if prices do jump up. But well, that's really all I got for me right now. I need ideas for videos. Like, granted, I don't give my that's the sleep trying to fucking take over, and I'm not letting it happen. In fact, I'm probably gonna grab a Monster when I get closer to town, which I'm oh fucking shit. I want to slow down to the actual speed limit and not make one up. I wasn't speeding, I just now passed the 45 sign and I was still doing 60 because it was 55 back there. So, but what is it? But I'm gonna get a Monster and try to wake myself up. But No, let's give me ideas for videos. Like, even though I don't give myself that much time to, you know, do videos and everything like that, I would need some ideas. Because I'd like to stick with the Battlefield 1 thing, but I definitely need to get better fucking internet for my house. Or move somewhere that provides better internet. Because as far as I know, where I live, the internet that we have, that is the best we're able to get. They had to buy a piece of land from my parents so they could install the box that's going to distribute this internet to the whole fucking area in which we live. Not just our house, but everywhere else. Which we tried to haggle them and be like, just give us free internet for life. And they were like, no. $500 for your piece of property. Take it or leave it. And we're like, well, we tried. But, nonetheless, yeah. I literally have no ideas. I want to try to keep with the Battlefield 1 thing, but I need better internet if I actually want to broadcast live while I'm doing it. Besides that, yeah, there's not really much I can do about it. I want to start Twitch, but I need a better laptop. I want to do a Twitch thing for RuneScape. I want to keep a GE Pure where I do nothing but sit in the GE and work on my skills. And so far, the only thing that I saw that I was going to have to do, which is the biggest pain in the ass for any of you guys who are RuneScape players, is that I can work on magic in the Grand Exchange. And it is so annoying how I would have to freaking do it. I would have to world hop until I found a fucking imp that has found its way into the Grand Exchange and just hit with freaking magic, fucking water blast. Or, no, air blast. Like the very first magic you get, just sit there and hit him with that until I level up my magic. It is gonna suck so much dick. Like, oh, it's gonna be ridiculous. And the worst part about it is an imp could kill me, so I would have to keep a full stock of food. And then after he hits me so many times, I would have to turn around and go back. I think I might just drink defense potions and just, you know, fucking work that way. It'd probably be a lot cheaper than eating food. Just drink defense potions and get my defense racked up to the point where he can't hit me. But either way, you know, I want to do that, but the computer I have sucks so much dick. Granted, it will run Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows XP all at the same time through VMs. But besides that, it won't do much of anything else. Like, I tried to play just RuneScape on it, and it's just impossible. That thing has... just on standby, like if you turn it on and leave it on the desktop and just leave it alone, it is using 98% of its CPU. I think that thing has some pretty bad bugs. So, that I'm just gonna have to replace the CPU in it. I don't know. I don't know that much. I mean, I don't know that much about the hardware in laptops. Software, on the other hand, I can handle. Hardware, like, you know, trying to figure out what's making the CPU go all fucking crazy, or the fan and whatnot, and trying to, you know, unplug and replug and try to figure everything out there, and not so much, but everything else, I think I can manage. But I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go shopping, buy, I might get some 223 rounds. 223 rounds. Again, that's my brain trying to go to sleep on me. But, yeah, I'm gonna go into Walmart, probably buy some rounds and all that good stuff. But, I'll catch you all later. Have fun, stay simple, stay distracted. God, I look ugly.